Welcome to the Handyman Pros Radio Show. Home improvement and maintenance tips from the pros.
Welcome to the Handyman Pros Radio Show Action Edition, where we feature an actionable tip that you can use today. And I'm here with my old buddy Larry. Larry, what's been going on?
This week, John? This week on the Handyman Pros Radio... No, I'm just kidding. I've been building another retaining wall. Somewhere I thought I said I was never building another retaining wall. I think...
Yeah, I thought I heard that somewhere.
Yeah, I do. Fortunately, I've got my wife's son has been helping me, and I think the other day he must have moved. I have to tab up the receipts, but he kept driving back. We were getting a ton of gravel every single time we took a trailer load, and he must have made 5 or 6 trips that one day. He moved, 6 tons worth of gravel into the back of this retaining wall while I was putting up the 80-pound bricks, which is just as much tonnage, plus filling some of them with concrete. What a lot of work. Folks don't, retaining walls are great. And I love them. I love the way they work. The beauty of it is it's a once and done. I'll be dead by the time this retaining wall ever comes down. Thank God for that, because I don't want to build anymore. Anyway,
we're dead building it.
Yeah, we're dead building it. This is definitely a young man's job. Why am I doing it? I have no idea. Because basically, you want to know? I got to tell everybody out there, why am I building this retaining wall? Because I want it done right. Right. And so the only way lately that I can assure that something is done right is I have to do it myself. And it's part of this world that we live in right now. There's too many people wanting to cut corners for the sake of speed and so forth and so on. And so in this particular one, I want it done right. So again, I'm doing it myself.
That's a very valid point. I'll tell you, a lot of us out there listening to this know exactly what you're saying. Yep. So, one of the things that brought about the topic here today is that I have been doing some plumbing, and I just ran across another instance of replacing a shower cartridge, mixer cartridge.
Yep.
Which brought up something that I want to share with everybody, and that is, there's something called Plumbers Grease. Okay, and that when you're working in the plumbing side of things, that you need to understand that there's something that they call Plumbers Grease, and it's really just a waterproof silicone-based grease. That when you're putting these cartridges in, or you're playing around with O-rings and sinks and things like that, if you put this stuff on there, it won't just wash off. It won't just deteriorate, and it won't attack the rubber. O-rings and like the plastic on the cartridge and things that, like Vaseline will screw up O-rings. It'll swell them and all kinds of stuff. So just a tip. Okay, just a tip. So if you're going to replace these things, pick yourself up a little tube. They come in a little tiny tube, or you get a big jug of it. You don't need that for most of everything unless you're a plumber. But it's just a little tube that's hanging there. It's probably like $3 of Plumbers Grease, and use that instead of anything else. Don't spray WD-40 on anything, or like I said, that Vaseline or anything else, because it'll ruin those seals.
Yeah, it ruins the seals. There's a compatibility problem, and then also it like on certain metals and things, some of that stuff can cause corrosion.
That's correct.
If you have metal parts and things like that. So it's just one of those things that it's there for a reason. It's like, I hate to say this, but Plumbers Putty as well. There's a product called Plumbers Putty. It's the same thing. If you're putting in a sink basket in the bottom, use Plumbers Putty. Silicone works, but it's not a long-term solution, not like Plumbers Putty. This stuff has been around for how long, John?
Yeah, forever.
Forever.
And, and just learn how to use it, and it'll make things really easy. But it's one of those things where when you're replacing these cartridges, or you're replacing some sink O-rings, things like that, and in the handles and the valves, just be cognizant that there are products out there that are made specifically for that. And just once again, if you use the wrong one, you're gonna really shorten the life of that job you just did.
Yep. And that's it. So that's Plumbers Grease, and it's found in big box stores and hardware stores and everywhere. So,
right.
And it's fairly inexpensive. So, folks, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, send us an email, questions@handymanprosradioshow.com. Check out our website, handymanprosradioshow.com, and subscribe to our newsletter. There's lots of great information on maintenance, upcoming shows, events, and more. Go ahead, John. Go.
Larry, before we close it out,
yes,
we have a contest going.
We do. I forgot the contest. Wow. So we are doing a unique build contest. This is we're going to do this first one in the last 5 years. If you've done a unique build, anything, it could be really anything, but something that you're very proud of that's just very, very different. This isn't just framing a wall or something like that. This is, in our case, we built the pizza oven on a trailer, and we outfitted that, and we had some unique, and we did a whole show on that, so you can go back and listen to that if you want. But but it's things like that, things that are kind of one-offs. You know, we did this once. Would we do it again? Sure, but you know, our chances of doing it,
it'll be different when we do it again.
It will. Well, each job becomes very, very specific, right? So we had to do a bit of engineering just to get it. Anyway, whatever. It's all in the other show. But that's coming up. You can send your applications in to handymanprosradioshow@gmail.com, and we will we're ending applications on March 1st. We're going to give away all kinds of cool and groovy Handyman Pros Radio Show swag, along with asking you to come on the show if you want to. This is totally optional, but if you want to come on and describe your build, we would love to have you on to describe the unique builds.
And this is just for, and this, you know, this is for us as well. We're really interested in some of the things you folks are doing out there. So send those pictures in of what you do. We're going to go through them, and you know, I'm really looking forward to this.
I know, I am too. We haven't decided whether there's going to be one winner or multiple winners. It's all really going to depend on the number of applications and how cool the jobs are. So it's open, and it's open to homeowners and or handymen and or contractors and or anybody. You know, send it in to us. So, all right, cool with that. We do have a Facebook group too. We were kind of halfway through this, at Handyman Pros, and we're on Twitter at Handyman Radio. So, with that, thanks for listening. We'll see you next week on the Handyman Pros Radio Show.